Boom. What's up, guys? We're live. So, big fucking surprise. I think we got another TikTok social justice warrior flake. And this is a pattern at this point. And this goes back to what I always say these TikTok SJWs, while they may talk a big game, most of them are massive pussies, right? This is the pattern we see time and time again. I will say, like, at least the black pillars, even though I completely disagree with them, at least they usually show up. The SJWs, they can talk massive shit, but they need to go hide in their little safe spaces, right? Because they get triggered. So this is gonna be funny. So I'm just gonna break down this guy, the reaction video this guy made about me. We'll make fun of him a little bit, and then I'll just do some questions for like 20, 30 minutes, and then we'll call it there. But yeah, I didn't want to like not go live because obviously you guys all were expecting this. So let's start off by taking a look at the initial video he made about me. All right, so let's play this.
Disagree with my content, or you think I'm wrong about anything. Let's have a respectful debate.
Hi, I'm Lyle.
You guys always make fun of me for losing here, but this is some next level shit.
You don't know me yet, but you will. I don't just disagree with your content. I literally use your content and content like yours as a warning to my daughter. The slimy, vile, manipulative bullshit that dudes like you preach. That's not me being pejorative. That's stating facts. But by all means, man, if you want someone to debate, come on down. Dad's ready. I don't think you're going to like what I have to say, but I will keep it respectful. Do you have the balls to accept my challenge? Have a rad day, Cupcake.
And of course, Dad completely pussied out. Big fucking surprise. Let's take a look at our interactions so you guys can see what I'm dealing with over here with these SJWs. Okay, so let me pull up the DMs, and there's nothing personal here, so yeah, I think it's okay for me to do that. Yeah, this is like, yeah, if there was anything personal, I wouldn't show it, but this interaction was like purely about the debate. Okay, it's this guy. So, hey, you mentioned you're still down to debate. My TikTok is back. Let's set this up. You're a morning person, night person. I work nights, so my schedule is a little tricky. I'm like definitely more of a night person. Do you have evenings off? How about the 8th and 9th? You mean July? I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. So here's just coordinating logistics. Shit, sorry, man. It's been a busy week. I just realized in the bulk book. Could we potentially do Wednesday, Thursday? I'm like, yeah, all good. Wednesday's perfect. Can I use your profile photo for thumbnail? Hey, man, I created the event. Hope you don't mind the title. It's just more attention grabbing. Also, if you want to co-stream anywhere, it's totally cool. I'd rather do it here. We could do a co-stream. So yeah, I'm like, I don't use TikTok for debates. It doesn't allow me to use a computer, but we can use Zoom, as that will allow me to stream to you, but you to stream to TikTok. So yeah, so like if this whole thing is streaming to TikTok, then we can use Zoom, and I can stream to YouTube, and you can stream to TikTok. Or even better, you could do what I did the professor debate and simultaneously stream to TikTok. Here we get to, so here I'm just giving the link. Still good for 9? Question mark. No response. So big surprise. Dad is a massive bitch and backed out. So let's say something like, I had a feeling you were going to back out. Bam. All right, hit him with a takeaway. But yeah, so big fucking surprise, guys. Big fucking surprise that a social justice warrior flaked, right? As if we've never seen this happen. Yeah. This is why I constantly mock these social justice warriors, because they talk such a big game when they're hiding behind their safe space, but they're such pussies. Like, they're literally the biggest cowards ever. Like, they just always back out. Like, this is something we've seen time and time again. Like, I think it's like 80% of the TikTok SJWs, who I try to set something up with, they always flake last minute, right? Again, because they're pussies. Like, it is what it is. But anyway, enough of this bald motherfucker. Let's just go through some questions. And why do all these TikTok SJWs talk in such weird tonalities? Because they try to be condescending. They think they're better than you. It comes from a need to virtue signal. They think they're better than you. I'm not trying to be mean, but has one physically attractive? Nope. Most physically attractive people are too busy hooking up with the opposite gender. They don't need to spend all their day on TikTok like making hit pieces about other content creators. Yeah, it would have been really funny, but only so much I could do. You guys can see I'm like super accommodating. Like it's not like it's my way or the highway. Like I definitely try to make it work with each one of these things. It's because they don't have the fortitude to believe what they say, so they want to get. Yep, exactly. That is very much true. Ashley did show up, but I would make the argument that Ashley's not really an SJW, that you weren't actually a social justice warrior. Uh, Especially because he's being like, do you have the balls to come on? He's the one flaking. Yep. It's basically the same pattern over and over again. If a chick thinks I'm 30 when I'm actually 25, does it mean I'm ugly? No, not necessarily. Thank you. I appreciate that, Michelle. Yeah. I'll say this, like, you're not a social justice warrior either. You were just, I don't even think you and I disagreed on much. We just mainly, it was more of a discussion. You want to debate on black pill shit, particularly necessary of cash and pimping. With who? Like with you? We can discuss it. But yeah, I mean, sure. I've just done the black pill thing so many times, but we can have a discussion. Bro, your recent video about gender swap was crazy, bro. Yeah, I know. That was a fun video. It's doing really well, so I'm excited for that. I am, but I've changed my views. All right. I saved one. I'm doing Jesus's work. Yeah, likewise, Michelle. Let me know if your husband ever agreed to do the co-stream, because that would be fun to do that. Obviously, if he's not interested, it's totally cool. But yeah, let me know what he said about that. Are you going to get hair transplant like mine, or eventually just going to shave it all off? I am going to do a hair transplant at some point in the near future. Yes. I did not know that. When is he coming on? Who are we talking about? Oh yeah, that recent video realizes that all of us games should be crushing if we're competition or guys like that. Yeah, Tinder's very competitive, but your competition sucks. Okay, we have someone who said they're down to come on. Let me get the link. All right. So instead of an SJW debate, we're going to get a black pill debate. Okay, I posted the link. Okay, cool. No worries. Just let me know if you're ready. I'm gonna get a hair transplant on my vagina. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I'm just gonna check my phone periodically, just in the very, very small case that this guy actually mans up. But he's not. He's not gonna man up. I mean, like clearly that guy's a little bitch.
Bro,
hello.
You can fix my mic real quick. I can hear anything.
Yeah, sure.
My bad. Let's see, audio, microphone. Let me.
Oh, I think we lost you there.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Hey, I can't see you anymore. Oh, there we go. Cool.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Yo, how's it going?
Yo, what's up? So, yeah, dude, like, having cash, man, like that really seems to help, like getting chicks.
Are you speaking like for yourself or for me?
Yeah, I'm speaking for myself, but I'm in a weirder position right now. I'm basically like saving up for some cash to like move out again. That's like where I'm at. Probably move out in like a few months. But yeah.
How has it helped you, like, specifically?
Just like bringing chicks from like Tinder and like Bumble and just like straight to my pad. I mean, I'm living with like my folks right now, so yeah.
But how do the chicks know that you have money?
What's up?
How do the girls know that you have money?
How do they know I'm living with my folks?
No. How do the girls know that you have money?
They don't at all. I mean, I got like a motorcycle, I got like a few like nice things, but I don't got much. Like I don't got like that much furniture and stuff. But it's really just like logistics. That's about it.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that having money allows you to get good logistics, which in turn helps with game.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's a given. But yeah, I'm super big into growing cash and like trading stocks. So yeah, but in my perception, yeah, like more cash, you would it'd be like easier,
Well, yeah, I think definitely having good logistics helps a lot. So for sure, I think that. But I guess the point I always make with money is that once you have good logistics, everything else is diminishing returns. So do you think it helps in any other way besides logistics?
Yeah, I do, because having like the top notch clothes, I think that does make a difference. I personally do.
So you've noticed you started getting more girls since you've got like the top notch clothes or whatever.
Yeah. For the most part, if I'm just like well dressed, it really helps out. I mean, I've had a lot of like the most clothes that I wear for like 10 years, so I guess it's basically like I'm sort of liking on that.
Okay. What about aside from fashion? Do you think it helps in any other ways?
Aside from fashion, yeah, I mean, in the Bay Area, we have like this really nice place, Napa, California. It just costs a lot to like go to bars and like the nightlife. I'm pretty sure you're aware of that. So I guess that's an aspect too.
But you mentioned you were inviting the girls straight to your place, though.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, through like Tinder and Bumble, which yeah, just straight to my house is like no. Yeah. There's no like yeah. Usually they're just straight to my house. So I guess you're right. I mean,
Yeah, so I guess
it
I'm
doesn't
kind
really
of
matter, right?
confused. Yeah, if you're inviting them straight to your house, how does having the money to go to nice bars help if they're coming straight over?
Probably upping my quality and my own like my view right now, because most girls from like Tinder and Bumble are just like sixes and sevens, right? So I'd imagine you know uh, freaking hotter girls for like more cash, better clothes, and like better place to live. That's just my perspective right now.
Well, I agree with you on the clothes and and the logistics, but aside from the clothes and the logistics, which are basically like you don't need that much money for clothes and logistics. You just need to be like middle class or upper middle class. But aside from that, how else do you think it helps?
Probably like because you having money, I'd imagine that would a good deal of money that would expand your social circle. In my senses, especially like quality people who are like doing shit.
You said I imagine, so you're speculating, right? You're not going off first.
Yeah, I am speculating. I make like probably like 65 grand. I'm like an electrician, so I am speculating. Trading on stocks, looking to make a little bit bigger. So I'm
Mm.
speculating. Yeah.
Yeah, because I used to make 50, 60,000 a year when I used to work in the solar industry. Now I make like 250, 300,000 a year. And it's had zero like impact on my ability to get girls. I think if anything, I get less girls now because I spend more time working versus when I was making less money, I didn't have to spend working. I definitely agree that there's like a point of there's a point that if you can get to, it's a game changer. So yeah, if you can like have your own place with good logistics and you can afford like decent clothes, that definitely helps. But once you get past that point, which is like basically middle class, I think it's like there's really not a significant benefit unless you go to like a multi-millionaire level, in which case it helps with your networking. But going from making like 80,000 a year to making 250,000 a year, for me, and I think for you, will have like actually like no tangible benefits in terms of your success with chicks once you move out of your place.
So even if you're wearing like sort of bunk clothes, like clothes that aren't anything spectacular, I guess. I mean, it's just worth it approaching like cold approach, just irregardless, just getting on there and just doing the best you can, basically.
Yeah, so it's with clothes, for example. Yeah, like if you're wearing really old, shitty clothes, that's gonna definitely take away. But once you get to a point where you can like buy shit at H&M or Zara, which are like $20, $30 a shirt, you don't get any kind of like special benefit from going to Zara to Hugo Boss, which is like 10 times more expensive. So yes, if you're wearing really old, shitty, decrepit clothes, that will definitely hurt you. But once you get to a point where you can just get like decent clothing, like nothing special, going the level above that will have extremely diminishing returns to the point where they're negligible. So when you're cold approaching a girl, the two things that matter are your looks, right? So that's like your face, your fitness, all that, and your game, right? So those are two things that happen. But money, unless you're like trying to get sugar babies out seeking arrangement, that really makes no difference. Unless you get like a multi-millionaire tier where you hang out with like Bill Gates and stuff like that, and then you have access to different social people. But that doesn't happen from 80 to 250. It doesn't even happen from 250 to 750. That happens if you go from 80 to 80 million.
Sure, so chicks are like extremely like or rich, beyond $1 million. Do you think that counts to them as well, or do you think it's the same level playing field?
If you're wait for girls who make over $1 million, or
or who are part of a family who makes over $1 million.
I think those girls are extremely rare. They're like 0.0001%. So we're talking about an extreme outliers. Like most women do not make nearly that much. Most people don't make nearly that much. For girls who make a lot of money, it just depends on what they're trying to do. For marriage, potentially it could, but for hooking up, not really. Like back when I was broke, I used to fuck a lot of like rich girls who had family money and never made any difference. But I do think like, yeah, maybe for marriage, if you're trying to marry one of those chicks who's an outlier, that could play a role because like the dad, for example, might be like more favorable of you if you have like a steady career. But aside from that, if it's like marriage with like a 0.01% girl, I don't think it makes a difference.
Okay, so there's like a big like difference between like how you approach a girl, like because you mentioned like marriage and stuff like that, and freaking just hooking up, it's just a totally different game than just hooking up with chicks is just like I guess a lot more goes, right?
Well, again, we're talking about some extreme outlier type of shit. Like if we're talking about girls who make over $1 million, that's 0.001% of girls. So for marrying those, yes, I think having money will make a difference. But for anything else, I don't think it makes a difference. So that's kind of like we're talking about like extreme outliers.
Okay, for sure, man. I mean, that's about like the main question I had.
I mean, I get your point. I do agree that if you don't have logistics and you make a little bit more money and you get like your own logistics, that can actually make a big difference. I just think like once you get past a certain point, you get extreme diminishing returns. So going from being poor to being middle class can have a tangible effect, but going from being middle class to being upper middle class, or if we're going from upper middle class to rich, I don't really think has much of a difference. So it's just like diminishing returns.
Sure, man. Yeah, dude, that's pretty. That answered my question, man. So, yeah, dude.
Cool.
I appreciate it, bro. I hope that freaking SJW comes on soon.
I don't think so. I think he's straight up flaking. But yeah, man, thanks for jumping on. I appreciate it.
Hey, likewise, brother. Have a good night.
All right, good. Take care. All right, cool. That was a quick one. But yeah, I don't think the SJW is going to come on. Let me see. He still hasn't responded. What a pussy. Yeah, these SJWs are so lame. All right, let's take a quick look at some questions. Someone said, "What the fuck is this, Alex's twin?" That's funny. Okay, let's see what else. It's like building sim game. Got to earn higher income to unlock higher tier layers. I get how this works. Yeah, no, I mean it's status, yes. Money, no. This is what the red pill community gets wrong. A lot of the stuff they attribute to money and finances is actually stuff that has to do with status and clout. So that's something that they get wrong. It has zero impact because you don't flex, Alex. I don't flex much. That is true. Although I do live in a really nice place. Yeah, but no, well, that's true. I don't flex. But when you flex, you're going to turn off most girls. The only kind of girls you are going to get is the fucking sugar babies, which are the girls that I don't really want. But like most regular girls, they get turned off by excessive flexing. Like they just think it's lame. If you're a billionaire, you're on different. Yes, I agree. If you're a billionaire, because there's few percentage of people are billionaires, so you get the status aspect. That is a different level. So yes, once you get to that level, I do agree. I do think it makes a difference. Imagine how much money Alex could make in market services. A lot, a lot more. I could probably triple my income for sure. It always cracks me up when people accuse me of like being like, "Oh, dude, all you care about is money." Like, dude, like if only you guys realize how many money making opportunities I turn down on a daily basis. Like how much more money I could make if I did like some of the same shit that like the other people who are like in my niche on my level do. How much like I could double at least my income within like a week if I just start getting more marketing, start pushing my shit more, start doing sponsored posts, sponsored videos. I could easily double my money in like a week, probably triple it. So yeah, it always cracks me up when people like say that. Like you just care about money. Like, really, man? That's really what you think? Exactly, Alex. I work way too much ever since past 200K a year, my peak volume. Yeah, like when you start making more money, you usually start like working more. Uh, that was like my experience too. I know. It would have been interesting, but only so much I could do. All right, what else do we have? Uh, do you believe in the majority of cases where women cheats, the man who cheats with are more physically attractive? Uh, Not necessarily. I don't really have any data on that, but not necessarily. Uh, can you open your Tinder with your girl's pictures and see if there's any pickup lines worthy? I did this experiment on my girlfriend's phone because if I did it on my phone, we would get insta banned because Tinder just fucking completely flagged me. So, yeah, so we did that on my girlfriend's phone. Review my Instagram. All right, man. Post your Instagram in the chat and I can review it. Did you see uh, Jeremy Fragrance's model coming out trying to get Sims after he ghosted her? Uh, no, no, I did not. I'll take a look at it. What are your thoughts on women who say that men should never approach women? Uh, I would say they're idiots. Uh, yeah, of course. Like, never approach women. That's a great. Unless you're famous, it's like a great recipe to just wind up jerking off every night. No, you should definitely approach girls that you find attractive. I'm not saying you should harass women. If she's like I'm not interested, then obviously leave her alone. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with approaching women. What was the biggest game changer for you, Alex, in getting women? I would say the biggest game changer was when I started being a lot more polarizing on my dating apps. So that's when I started using a sexual bio and a shirtless photo on my Tinder. That was probably the biggest game changer. Yeah, Alex, share a DMT story from your past. I don't really have any crazy ones. Like when I would do DMT, I would just like space out for a few minutes. Like nothing really crazy. But my cousin, he did DMT and he like threw up all over my friend's couch. He's from Israel, so this is within like 3 hours of arriving to America. But I don't really have any like super crazy ones. Uh, no, they probably already know about it. No, I would just pick one and focus on that. Is my Instagram. What's your Instagram? Like you have to post it. He definitely means to harass. Take the extreme idea of Alex's statement wrong with the God of zero. Rush that. The doctor chick I match with keeps showing increased investment but hesitant with to meet up. I keep passing shit tests. Hit her with some takeaways. Yeah, hit her with a takeaway. Be like, look, if you're not into this, just let me know. I can stop trying. I mean, I would need to see the context, but yeah, I would hit her with some kind of a takeaway. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll just go for another like few minutes and answer a few questions. Yep, he did flake, unfortunately. Uh, Black pill pansies bitching out. Don't. Yeah, Alex, I have a suspicion that Tinder classes its users. What do you think? Gain really disproportionate amount of business owners. Um, when you say classes, you mean based on socioeconomic? Uh, I speculate no, because if they got caught doing that, that would be a PR nightmare. I don't think they do that. I think they base on they do give you a score, and that score is based on what percentage of people right and left swipe on you. So the fact that you're getting business owners, I would say, is probably largely a coincidence. Maybe you live in like an upper middle class area where there's a lot of business owners there. I'm not really sure, but I don't think so. My favorite rejection line history happened 100x when approaching a two-set ball. We're having a problem causing my parts. Ever hear a library? I don't even run to after woman who says Untitled Chapter, girl. Okay, I got a guy after 4 months of no contact, and we end up hooking up. Nice. Uh, I think I'll try Alex Super Confidence 21-day program. Yeah, well, it's not mine. It's the demonic confidence. I just rewrote it, right? So I don't want to take credit for something, that I don't deserve full credit for. So you can see, like, the original program is demonic confidence. I just basically took parts of the program and improved it. I am good. How are you? What do you think are the 10 fundamentals of game? Oh, geez. Um, let's see. Social intuition and ability to read social cues, confidence, charisma, ability to communicate, ability to lead, uh, ability to deal with objections, ability to problem solve on your feet, ability to move things forward, being able to build sexual tension, good body language. Yeah, I don't know. Those are the quick ones. Uh, do you pay on the first date, second date, etc.? Uh, Depends on the situation. Pay I might pay, like, yeah, like if we're going out for drink, I might just like pay for the drink, sure. Uh Typically, yeah. Usually the second date is always at my house. How much does age factor in game? Well, it depends on how old you are. If you're like over 50, a lot. But if you're like difference between 20 and 30, not much at all. Yeah. All right, I'll answer questions for like a few more minutes. I mean, it kind of sucks because we're supposed to do this debate tonight, and then that guy just completely bitched out. But hey, Alex, I still think you should bring on someone else on for a challenging topic. I'm down, but who? Like, I'm down to debate anybody, but who? I don't know if there's anyone in the chat who wants to debate me. Alex, what was the PA Comedian's prime as far as YouTube content? Ooh, maybe 2017, 2018. Hard to say. Actually, I would say earlier, 2015, when RSD was at its prime, because they were putting out some really good content. Would you debate Todd Valentine? 1,000%, but he just keeps backing out. Would Todd even debate Alex? Nope, he keeps pushing it out. You should stop debating these losers, bring more banging content. Yeah, I mean, I do that too. I do that as well. I try to do a little bit of everything. Uh, okay. Do you guys want to see my emails with Todd Valentine? I was going to keep this confidential, but I'll show it real quick if you guys want. So let me know if you want to see my email conversation with Todd, and you can see how much of a bitch he is. You guys want to see it? Debate me on your promotion of drugs like kratom and kava. Well, so just to be clear, I don't promote drugs. I personally take kratom and kava. I'm not saying other people should. That's something I do, and people always ask me about it. So I just give you my honest opinion. So I'm not like an advocate. Do you guys want to see it? All right, let's do it. Okay, let me give me a second though, because I got to pull up the emails. Okay. 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 You guys ready for this shit? Who's ready? All right, let's do it. I found it. I wasn't gonna show this publicly, but fuck it. So okay, so let's give you guys the context. I was trying to make the podcast / debate with Todd happen for a very long time, right? So I reached out to him myself, and he didn't respond. So I had multiple mutual friends introduce me. One of them was Bulldog Mindset. So I had Bulldog Mindset introduce us. So he says, I want to introduce you to Alex. He runs a YouTube channel called Playing with Fire. Alex expressed some interest having on his channel. So again, so we had a mutual introduction. I say, thank you for introduction, John. Hi, Todd. Yes, I did want to connect with you. We actually met a few years ago at a free tour that you were speaking at. A lot of my subscribers have been requesting I get you on for a podcast. So I wanted to make it happen. You're familiar with my channel at all. So here's Todd. Thank you for the flattering invitation, but I have to decline this time for reasons that are not directly related to you or your channel. Apologies, and thank you for understanding. Okay, super vague, all right? But okay. I'm like, understood, man. I'm curious. Is this more of a timing thing, or are you just not interested at all in coming on the channel? He doesn't respond. Then, half a year later, he sends me this email. I'm going to highly recommend that you take down your video breakdown of my game. I'll be DMCAing or otherwise copyright striking if you do not even remotely appreciate and utter violation of all the reasons I didn't collab with you before. You've been warned nicely. If I have to follow up with this, it won't be nice. I'm including my attorney on this email as well. Please include him on any replies. What a fucking bitch ass move. And all I did in that video was literally just criticize his game. So he's basically pulling a fresh and fit and saying he's going to false DMCA me. Now, and then he says, I'm giving you 48 hours in case you don't check your email regularly. I won't typically extend this courtesy in a case like this. What a fucking dick. Now, look, fortunately, I'm in a position now where I have some money and I don't have to take shit from anybody because I have my own lawyers, right? Now, look, I'm never the one that like is going to send my lawyers after people. But if someone wants to fuck with me, yeah, you can go suck my dick. So I hit up my lawyer. I have him fire off this. Can you guys see this? The law firm is counsel for the individual known as Alex Valenchik is business Playing with Fire. We've been retained in order to serve clients regarding the video production, blah, blah, blah. We consider your actions to be unlawful threats and attempt to chill the creative expression of our client's subject and First Amendment speech. If you pursue any action against a client's work, it'd be considered strategic loss. So basically, he just fires off a legal email saying, yo, if you falsely copyright strike my shit, we're going to fuck you. Because that would be a false copyright strike. Now look at this. Todd just totally fucking bitches out. Hey, Alex, I'll try to keep this friendly as was my intention before and asking you to take the video down rather than pursuing more official means up front without waiving my legal rights in any way for reasons apart from our interaction. I won't be issuing a DCMA or other legal action. This is more of a pragmatic decision than legal one. As I personally think your fair use claim is quite weak in this case. As a general policy, I do believe in protecting my brand, image, intellectual property. If future actions are forced me to do so, be advised I will do. On a personal note, I don't know you, and aside from your video affiliation with John, which was the reason I didn't like to appear on your channel, which when you previously said you don't seem like a terrible person. From my experience, extensive knowledge over 2 decades of pickup industry, I can tell you there are companies that have value and companies blah, blah, blah. The latter don't typically last as long. You have to live content, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, basically here he just goes into like all this shit, complete backtracks. So I say, hey Todd, I appreciate the heartfelt meeting. To be honest, the previous one felt like a bit of a threat, which is why I responded the way I did. But yeah, my word, this communication will stay between us. Okay, I broke that word, but honestly, like I don't really feel bad. I hope so. Here I'm like, here okay. I hope there's no hard feelings. I still definitely like you on for a podcast. I think both our audience really enjoyed, and I feel like there's something wrong in the video. We can have a respectful conversation about, just focus on other topics. And he doesn't respond, so he still doesn't come on for a podcast because you can see Todd is a massive fucking pussy, right? So, yeah, like he seems like a nice guy, but he's such a fucking pussy, such a little fucking bitch. Yeah, like he got like super butthurt because I did a reaction video where I fairly criticized his game, and instead of like defending him, he tried to like use legal threats. It totally backfired, and he had to backtrack. But he's still too much of a bitch to come on for a podcast. And if he did come on for a podcast, I would have totally been like nice and respectful to him, for sure. In fact, I would have taken down the initial video out of respect. When Donovan came on my channel for a debate, I took down the initial video I made criticizing him, just out of respect. So I would have done that for him too, but yeah. So is there really a big difference between these TikTok SJWs and Todd? I don't know. The problem, okay, guys, the problem is bitch-like behavior. That's the issue. It's bitch-like behavior. It's men who are actually secretly pussies and afraid of conflict, afraid of the potential of conflict, right? And that's what it comes down to, right? That's the core of the issue. Okay. I mean, yeah. Well, I'll take a few more questions and that'll be that. I mean, you want to come on and like debate me on Kratom? I mean, sure, I guess we can do that if you want. The link is in the chat, so you can click on that. What are you watching this live? I don't give a fuck. I don't care. What's your opinion on Zan Perion? I like Zan. I think he's I think Zan is cool. He's been on the podcast before. I like him. I respect him. Alex, do you text the day after first date or wait 3 days or depends? I text the day after the first date or the night off. Can you get a second channel name playing with SJWs? Yeah, perhaps. I have a video on this. It's called How to Keep an Interaction Warm, so just check that out. Nice guys are afraid of conflict, but conflict builds trust. I agree. Alex, you're the best dating coach. Thank you. I actually don't really consider myself the best dating coach. Maybe the most honest and straightforward dating coach. I think there's people who have better game than me, like Austin Summers. So I would personally not rank myself as the best, but maybe I'm like the most straightforward. I would probably say that. Alex, can it be sleazy to use investment time to negotiate a one-way open relationship? No, I don't think so. Alex, is Imperion's game legit? From what I've seen, yes. I've had him on a podcast. He seems like he really understands women and pickup, and he seems like a genuine guy. So I like him. So Jason James is a good friend of mine, but he is weary of doing that because he has a real corporate job, and he's, my channel's getting pretty popular. He doesn't want to put his face out there. He's not like Jason James is not primarily a dating coach. He's primarily, well, I don't want to give away his other job, but he's primarily something else, which is like a job that makes him a lot of money. He does the dating thing on the side. Does John Anthony actually have 1,500 body count? I wasn't there for all these chicks, but as far as I know, yes. Does John Anthony like Austin Summers game? As far as I understand, no. I think your strength is your Tinder and text game. Yep, I agree. That's definitely my strong suit. Alex, you should collab with Coach EO Overtown. I've already collabed with him. He's been on my podcast before, so we already did that collab. Alex, I just got a waving emoji from this chick who opened me. How should I respond? You can really respond with anything. Like, hey, how's it going? Hey, trouble, whatever, really. Yeah, I'm going to shoot more infield, and I'm going to shoot some without my dog because you guys have been asking for it. There's this idea on YouTube that I can't approach a girl without my dog, as if I had my dog all my life. But yeah, I'm going to shoot some in the near future. It's just a real pain in the ass to shoot infield. And the reason I don't shoot more infield is the ROI is not worth it. Like, it takes me like 5 times the amount of work to do one piece of infield as one regular video. So for the same amount of effort, I could get 5 regular videos or 1 infield, but the infield doesn't really do better than the other videos, right? So it's like I'm putting in all this extra work, but I'm not getting any like bang for my buck. So that's the logic for why I have not done more infield. Like, if it was the same amount of work to do infield as a regular video, or if I was getting a lot better views on infield, I would 100% have more infields. Like, I would do every type of infield. It's just like, it's kind of hard to understand if you've never shot infield yourself, but there's a lot of work that goes into it. A lot of work. You need a camera guy. A lot of clips don't come out good. You need to like plan everything out. It's a lot of work involved, and the ROI is just not there in terms of views. So that's why I haven't done more. My goal initially with infield was just to like show enough so that you guys can get an idea of how I personally approach girls. But my goal was never for this to be primarily like an infield cold approach channel. It was just to show enough so you guys could see, what my cold approach game is like. How many subs or files do I need to get on a podcast? Which podcast are you talking about? Are you talking about my podcast? It really depends. If you want to debate me, you don't need any. If you want to do like an interview, I don't know. That's a different story. So, yeah, it just depends what we're talking about here. What's up with Brian Biggin? Yeah, I like Brian a lot. I spoke at his seminar. We've done multiple collabs together. I think Brian is legit. I like him a lot. I respect him. So, yeah, I'm a fan. Have you heard that Coach Whitepill is leaving the country and going back to Asia? No, I did not. I don't really stay up to date with him. Thoughts on approaching women on the beach? I haven't done it in a while, but some of my friends do, and they get really good results. So I think it's a good idea. Alex, I literally get almost 0 matches on Tinder, Hinge, and Bubble. Are my picks really that bad? Most likely. If you could send them in right now to playingwithfirechannel@gmail.com and let me know in the chat with I emailed you the photos, in the next 5 minutes, I can pull them up and do a quick breakdown. How long until you escalate up to kiss, sex, and date directly? It can be anywhere as short as 5 minutes to as much as an hour, right? It just depends on the vibe I'm getting from the girl, her level of comfort. This would be interesting to get Alan. Again, he's already been on the podcast. Guys, a lot of these requests you have, I've already had them on. You just have to just search, go under Playing with Fire and search. A lot of these podcasts are out. But he was on my podcast. We did a 3-hour interview. We went super in detail. So that already exists. Have you been to another Latin America country besides Colombia, Mexico? I have not. The person who has the best game I've ever seen is not someone you guys would know. He was my friend from college. But in terms of the people I've seen, Austin was really good. Jason James was really good. What's his name? John Anthony was really good. If you bought your first product, will you have access to the new product? No, you have to pay the upgrade fee. It's like $81, and then you will. Have you had instances where women will sleep with you on first date, have a one night stand with you, but make other men wait and jump hoops? Yes, many. I've had many stories like that. Yes, I reached out to him. He hasn't responded. Yes, the breakdown for the new product is already finished. I'm gonna release it on Friday. Uh, what do you think of Jewish chicks? Yeah, I've been with quite a few Jewish chicks. I don't know. I mean, generally speaking, I go for Latinas, but yeah, there's some hot. When I was living in Austin, I was hooking up with a really hot, big titty Jewish girl. Would you have more place, more dates on? Yeah, I would give my left nut for that podcast. Like, yeah, of course. I've reached out to him countless times. He replied. He's very polite and nice. He just told me he's like too busy, basically. What was the most interesting client you've had? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I've had so many crazy client stories. I had one client who was a Grammy Award winning musician. That was really interesting because he was meeting girls through his clout and social circle, but he was having a hard time closing them. So he was meeting because he was like a legit like famous musician. So a lot of chicks were coming out to him, but he could just never close. So that was a real, and we actually became really good friends with this guy. But that was a very interesting situation. Alex, do you mostly do one night stands other than your main relationships, or do you hook up? Yeah, mainly just do one night stands aside from my girlfriend. You should get on the Fresh and Fit podcast. Yeah, I would not go on there if they paid me. Hey man, would love to hear another podcast with you and Chase Amante. Yeah, perhaps I can make that happen again. What's the product? Uh, I'm unaware and feel horrible about it. Well, don't feel horrible. Just check out, go to our, I mean, you can go into the community tab of this YouTube channel. I wrote about it, or go to playingfire.com / pre-sale. I mean, yeah, just the video is going to drop on Friday. So yeah, man, no sweat. Who are the top 4 people you would give your left nut to debate? It's a good question. Okay. That fucking little pussy. What's his name? Who's the fat guy from H3? Oh, Ethan from H3H3. He would be number 1. Number 2 would be probably Rollo Tomasi. Would be a really good one. Number 3. It would probably be some like mainstream blue pillar. I would love to debate that TikTok girl who's like been trying to like attack me. Uh, I'd have to think about that, but yeah, like those are the quick 3 ones. What do you think about Austin Dunham? Yeah, I'm not too familiar with him. Uh, I like him from what I've seen. We're coordinating. He's going to come on my podcast at some point. He said end of summer, early fall. When are you getting Mike Millman on? I looked into him. Uh, I just don't think it's going to be that interesting. He has like no one knows who he is. He's not that popular. Uh, yeah, I don't know if I'm like that interested in that collab. Uh, yes, I've reached out to him. He hasn't responded. You wouldn't debate mystery as a top 3. I think the mystery would not be a debate. That would be more of a podcast. I don't know if there's anything like I would specifically debate mystery on. I mean, I could, but I think that one I would more likely do more of like an interview. Why do you always show screenshots? My sleep schedule is really fucked. I stay up until like 5 a.m. So you wouldn't go on Fresh Enough if they paid you, but you give your left not debate Rolo. So yeah, there's a big difference. I wouldn't go on their show, but I would debate them. Meaning, I have no trust for these guys. I think they're super shady, and I am pretty confident that if I went on their show, we started debating, they would pull some shit and try to kick me out or whatever. At that point, I'd have to leave because I'm in their house and those motherfuckers have guns. So I'd have no choice but to leave, and then that would make me look bad. So if I with them, I would want the debate to be on a neutral platform. Rolo, I don't think he would actually do that. Have you ever gone TripAdvice on? Yeah, he's been on the channel. How do you feel about more place, more dates go on Fresh and Fit? I mean, I understand it from his perspective. They have a big audience. I mean, I think my thoughts on that are obvious. I still respect more plates, more dates, though. Have you tried to debate Lauren Southern? Yes, I've reached out to her. Uh-huh. Okay. Let me let me just quickly. Okay, a few people emailed me their photos. I'll just really quickly review those and then we'll call it. Because I did tell them. So okay, let me just very quickly break down. Also, guys, please, let's make sure you feel free to email me your photos when we do these, but don't email me someone else's photos without their permission because someone did that during the last live stream, and then the original owner of the photos contacted me, and yeah, like that created a whole headache. So please, let's only email your own photos. Don't email me other people's photos unless you got their express permission. Okay, so let's quickly pull this up. Okay, first photo. Can't see your face at all. So the first photo, your face has to be visible. You can't see your face here. Second photo, this is cropped really weird. You can't see half your head, right? And again, your face is not visible. So we're 2 photos in, and the girl still has no idea what you look like. Oh, okay, sorry. So I guess I got the order wrong. So the first one is a selfie. Uh, okay, this is the first one. Okay, so this one is cropped weird. Uh, Yeah, like half of your head is cut off. So redo this photo and make sure your full head is in the photo. Don't crop it weird. Also, you're like basically at the point where you can do shirtless photos, but not really. I would probably like maybe get like a pre-pump in before you do the photo shoot because your abs are not visible. Like you want your abs to be visible if you're gonna do a shirtless selfie. Uh, okay, so wait, what else is there? Okay, so hang on. So yeah, first one, head is cut off. Second one we can kind of see. Okay, it was just showing weird. Um, okay, so first photo, what I said. Second photo, um, it's okay at best. It's kind of posed. Third photo, it doesn't add or detract anything. Fourth photo, not a fan. Fifth photo, not a fan. Sixth photo, looks okay, I guess, but what you need is like normal looking activity photos. So like look at my Instagram, Sir Alex Z. You need like activity photos, photos of you doing shit where you're clearly visible. So yeah. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. We're just gonna go through these like lightning speed. Uh okay, is this the first photo? It seems like this is the first photo, which again is problematic because you're not visible at all. This photo should be taken out. It doesn't add any value. It's kind of a weird position. Girls don't care about how much you can squat. This photo is not helping you in any way. Second photo, yeah, it's low quality. It's kind of weird. I would take this one out. You're barely visible in this one. Take it out. Uh, yeah, it's really bad quality. Take it out. Lighting is kind of weird. Not a fan. Also, your facial hair is a little too unruly. This one also shitty quality. So yeah, none of these photos are good. Again, you need high quality activity looking photos. And one last one. Okay, so This one's okay, but I don't think it should be the main one. That should be more like 3 or 4. This one's okay, also, but further down. This one's pretty good. It's an activity photo. If you're going to do a fitness type of photo, it should be like this. That's pretty good. This one I would take out. Yeah, I'm not a fan of photos in the gym, so I'll take this one out. This one's okay, but the lighting is like way too overpowering. But so it kind of makes you look like an albino. But if the lighting was better, this would be a good photo. This one, you can't see you. So this is the best profile out of the bunch. I would make this one your main, this one your second, this one your third. The rest of the photos I would take out and try to get 2 or 3 more good activity looking photos. All right, that's going to be it for profile reviews today. Yeah, okay. Would you debate Coach Corey Wayne? Yes. I've already reached out to him. You should see if you can get on Tim Pool's show. That's a good idea. It never hurts to ask. So I'm going to reach out to Tim Pool tonight. Get a female friend to contour those abs in. Yes, you can also try that. Would you ever have a debate? Yeah, of course I would. Like that would be like a career making opportunity for me. You know how much clout I would get from that? Although I don't think there's anything I disagree with Joe Rogan on. I think we literally agree on everything. So I don't know what we would debate about. How many photos are enough on Instagram does not matter. I feel that less photos is better. No, the more is better with Instagram. You need to have I don't know. There's not a hard number, but the more the better. Would you vote DeSantis for president? Interesting question. So that's the governor of Florida. The answer is yes, because I think he did a pretty good job with Florida, aside from some of like the weird like religious things he pushed. So I do think he's boosted the Florida economy, and he was pretty chill with the pandemic stuff. So yes, I prefer him over the other. Like my ideal candidate would be like Tulsi Gabbard or Andrew Yang. Like Tulsi Gabbard would probably be my ideal candidate, but they're never going to get the Democratic nomination. So. Alex, if we buy your product, do we have to wait until pre-sale is over to access it? Yes, you do. Are you done for reviews? Yeah. I wasn't even going to do it today. We just did a few. Would you ever take DMT on a podcast? Talkers? No, I would not. I would not take psychedelic drugs on a podcast. That's something I would do in the privacy off camera. Are you in an open relationship? Yes, one-way open relationship. Okay. I think we got through everything. Hopefully you guys still found this live valuable. It was kind of disappointing that the SJW flaked, but big fucking surprise, right, guys? But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this anyway. We got through some pretty good stuff. We got through the Todd emails, which I didn't even think I was going to show. We got through we got through some like questions, some photo reviews. So overall, good stream. I think we'll just cut it an hour. I think we have another one on Friday. I'll probably like quadruple fucking book them, so that maybe one will show up ultimately. All right, guys. Thanks everyone for joining. Peace.